A quote from Henry Kissinger in 1974 echoes loudly in our current world. Control the food, control the people. And when you look at the state of public health, it becomes terrifyingly clear. Big Pharma doesn't want you healthy. Let me repeat that. They thrive on sickness. They want you fat, sick, and dependent on their pills and procedures, because that's where the profit is. It's a harsh truth, but it's one we need to face if we're ever going to reclaim our health. For decades, they've fed us a stream of misinformation, carefully crafted to keep us in this cycle. And much of it starts with the very food we put on our plates. So, today, we're exposing the top 7 outrageous lies about food they sold you. Lie number 1. Saturated fat is bad for you. This is perhaps the granddaddy of all nutritional lies. For years we were told to fear saturated fat, demonized as the culprit behind heart disease. But let me be absolutely clear. Saturated fat does not cause heart disease. This is a myth, a fabrication, perpetuated by flawed science and, dare I say, powerful financial interests. Think about it. Saturated animal fats were a cornerstone of the human diet for literally our entire history of existence. Our ancestors thrived on them. So how did they convince an entire world that these foundational fats were suddenly deadly? With one deeply flawed study and, shockingly, a reported $20 million bribe that skewed the narrative and silenced dissent. The truth is, saturated fat is good for you. It's absolutely essential for fundamental bodily functions. Brain health. Your brain is largely made of fat, and saturated fat provides crucial building blocks. Hormone production. Without it, your body can't produce vital hormones like testosterone and estrogen, leading to a cascade of problems. Absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Saturated fat is necessary to absorb critical vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which are vital for nearly every aspect of your health. Lie number 2. Red meat is bad for you. Following closely behind the saturated fat lie is the assault on red meat. They've painted it as a villain, linking it to heart disease and even cancer. This is another colossal deception. The reality is, red meat, particularly from healthy, pasture-raised animals, is arguably the healthiest food on the planet. It's a powerhouse of nutrients that you simply cannot get in sufficient, bioavailable quantities from a vegan diet. B vitamins, absolutely essential for your metabolism, energy production, and nervous system. Minerals and healthy fats, crucial for balanced hormone production and countless enzymatic processes. Unique nutrients. We're talking about absorbable heme iron, creatine, carnosine, taurine, and more. Vital compounds that fuel your brain, muscles, and overall vitality, and are largely absent from plants. Plus, it's incredibly high in protein and surprisingly low in calories for its nutrient density, making it a fantastic food to help you stay lean, build muscle, and feel satisfied. The idea that red meat causes heart disease or cancer is a complete and utter myth, based on misinterpreted data, often comparing processed meats to whole, real foods. Lie number 3. Carbs and grains are heart healthy. They told us, with a straight face, to replace nutrient-dense meats and eggs with what they called heart-healthy carbs and grains. Load up on whole wheat bread, pasta, and cereals, they said. But in excessive amounts, these foods are silently sabotaging your health. When consumed in the quantities pushed by mainstream guidelines, carbs and grains, especially refined ones, are the real culprits behind. Inflammation. They ignite a fire in your body, damaging cells and tissues. Insulin resistance, making your body unable to properly handle blood sugar. High triglycerides, a direct marker of metabolic dysfunction. And guess what? These 3, inflammation, insulin resistance, and high triglycerides, are the real underlying causes of heart disease, not saturated fat. Leave number 4. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Host: now, let's tackle a belief so deeply ingrained, it feels almost rebellious to question it. The sacred cow that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. We've heard it since childhood, a mantra repeated by parents, teachers, and seemingly every health authority. But I'm here to tell you, this widespread dogma has led millions astray. Here's the truth. It's not about when you eat, it's absolutely, unequivocally, about what you eat. The entire narrative around breakfast importance was weaponized to sell you specific products. And to make matters worse, they told us to swap out incredibly nutritious, whole foods like eggs, a powerhouse of protein and healthy fats that truly sets you up for the day, for highly processed alternatives. They pushed brightly colored breakfast cereals, often loaded with refined sugar and unhealthy grains, or a seemingly innocent glass of healthy fruit juice, which, let's be honest, is nothing more than liquid sugar stripped of its fiber. These so-called healthy breakfast options are nothing short of sugar bombs disguised as food. When you start your day with this kind of sugary onslaught, you send your blood sugar skyrocketing, triggering a massive insulin response. This inevitably leads to a brutal energy crash just a few hours later, followed by relentless cravings for more sugar and carbs, trapping you in a vicious cycle. Over time, this daily ritual creates a direct, fast-track path to obesity and insulin resistance. This most important meal of the day has, for countless people, become one of the most detrimental habits, derailing their metabolism before their day even truly begins. It's time to reclaim our mornings with real, nourishing food. Lie number 5. Eggs skyrocket your cholesterol, which clogs your arteries. Oh, the poor, innocent egg. For decades, this nutritional powerhouse was completely demonized. We were bombarded with headlines screaming that the cholesterol in eggs would clog your arteries and send you straight to a heart attack. This is another colossal lie that needs to be permanently scrambled and thrown out of our collective understanding. Here's the scientific reality, and it's far more nuanced than the fear-mongering narrative. Your body actually produces most of its own cholesterol. It's not primarily dependent on the cholesterol you eat in your diet. In fact, your body is incredibly intelligent and self-regulating. If you eat more dietary cholesterol from foods like eggs, your liver simply makes less cholesterol to compensate. It's a tightly controlled system designed to maintain balance. So, no, eating eggs doesn't automatically mean your blood cholesterol goes through the roof or that your arteries instantly clog up. That's a gross oversimplification and a manipulation of the truth. And beyond debunking that outdated myth, let's talk about what eggs really are. They are nothing short of a superfood. Each egg is packed with an incredible array of vital nutrients, high-quality protein, the perfect building blocks for your muscles and every cell in your body. Choline, absolutely essential for brain health, memory, and nerve function. A rich supply of essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B vitamins, selenium, and more, and crucial healthy fats that support hormone production and nutrient absorption. To avoid eggs based on this ancient, debunked lie is to deny your body an easily accessible, affordable, and incredibly effective nutritional powerhouse. It's time to bring eggs back to their rightful place on your plate. Lie number 6. Veganism is healthy. We touched on this briefly, but it bears repeating with emphasis. The claim that veganism is inherently healthy is a dangerous oversimplification. In many cases, especially without meticulous planning and heavy supplementation, it leads to malnutrition. Let's be blunt. There are a ton of absolutely vital nutrients that either do not exist at all in vegan food or are present in forms that your body can barely absorb. We're talking about vitamin B12, highly bioavailable iron, choline, creatine, carnosine, taurine, and the active forms of omega-3s, EPA, DHA. Most plant protein is also incomplete in its amino acid profile, making it far less effective for building and maintaining crucial muscle mass. This is about biological reality, not ideology. Lie number 7. Seed oils are heart healthy. Perhaps one of the most insidious lies of all is the marketing of industrial seed oils, like canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower oil, as heart healthy. They replaced traditional stable fats like butter and lard, but these oils are manufactured junk, extracted using harsh chemicals and high heat, making them incredibly fragile and prone to oxidation. When you consume them, they are extremely inflammatory in your body. And as we've already discussed, that chronic inflammation is the real driver of heart disease, damaging your arteries and setting the stage for plaque buildup. These oils even used to be primarily used as machine lubricants and industrial solvents before being rebranded for human consumption. Think about that. It's a shocking picture, isn't it? But once you see through the lies, you realize you've been given a roadmap for manipulation. You simply cannot trust your health to the mainstream news. They often parrot narratives without critical examination. Ads from food companies. Their goal is profit, not your well-being. Bribed public health organizations. Sadly, many are influenced by corporate money. They will always lie to you if it makes them more money. That's the cold, hard truth. But here's the empowering message. You absolutely can take control of your health. The path to wellness is simpler than they want you to believe. It doesn't require expensive drugs or complex diets. It requires a return to basics. Do your own research. Be a critical thinker. Eat natural, whole foods. Focus on real food from the earth and healthy animals. Exercise regularly. Move your body daily. Get adequate sunlight for vitamin D and mood. Sleep more. Prioritize deep, restorative sleep. Reduce stress. Manage your cortisol levels. If you focus on these fundamental pillars, you will be amazed at the transformation. You'll get as lean, as energetic, and as healthy as you could possibly imagine. It's time to break free from the system and reclaim your vitality. If this episode ignited something in you, hit that like button, share it far and wide to spread the truth, and most importantly, subscribe to Health Must for more unfiltered health insights every single week. Your health is your birthright. Let's claim it back together.